It's an absolute delight for me personally, but for RaithTV as a whole, to be joined by none other than Tony Rougier. You're here in the less than sunny climes of Methil. You've just watched the Raith Rovers game. What did you make of the match, firstly?
The match was fantastic. I think my first experience in Scotland was at Raith Rovers, playing East 5. My first actually friendly game. What do you call it? Trial game. It was good. I thought the boys did well. They deserved to win the game for sure. I thought the first half should have been clearly 3-0 or something like that. But there's a lot of injuries, it seems like, on the team, and the boys are just, needs to get into a habit or a rhythm that they can win games. So.
Well, obviously, welcome back to Scotland and welcome back to Fife. What does it mean for yourself being back here?
Oh, it's fantastic. What a pleasure to be here. I think since I left, I think this is my first time actually back in Fife. It could be over close to 20 years now. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm so excited to be here. This is where it all started for me. And I pray to God that the end is not near at all. I know things are difficult at Fife, but I know it's just a matter of time for it to change. I know it was some really good times when we were here, and I want the fans to just remember what has happened at this club and where this club is capable of getting to. And it's just a matter of time before they get back there again. Just be patient.
Have you been surprised by the reaction and the welcome that you've had back from Raith Rovers fans? I know it's going to be more magnified come Monday at the Hall of Fame, but there's smiles across faces everywhere you went today.
Nah, it was fantastic. What is amazing to me is to see so many people remembered. So it means that by God's grace I've done something right. But it's a pleasure being here. It was where it all started, and I thank God and I thank the people from Raith Rovers for accepting me as one as their own.
More than 50 appearances and you're heading to the Hall of Fame. I think 4 or so goals in there. What's your standout memory? You've played at Celtic Park. You played, of course, in Olympic Stadium.
I mean, I've always enjoyed playing the old firm. The Rangers and Celtic. More than likely, those will be my best games. But the thing was really just playing for Raith, being able to be there for the fans, shouting my name, and being able to win games for them and do well, and they're happy leaving the stadium that somewhat the team has done well, and that's healthy for me as well.
If we speak about the old firm, I guess there's 2 games spring to my mind. One is a game against Rangers at Starks Park, where Raith fans speak about it in the pubs and the clubs and the billiard halls even now, because you were up against Paul Gascoigne that day, and he himself has said, "I didn't kick the ball."
Yeah, it was fantastic. I think it was my first time playing centre midfield as well. Was it Ian Monroe was the coach at the time, maybe, and they thought that it was a good fit for me to try and man-mark Paul Gascoigne, but I enjoyed the game. The important thing was both teams were trying to play football, and I enjoyed the game immensely.
Then in '95, where we were the holders of the cup, we went to Celtic Park. And now the first question I'm going to ask you is, I'm going to ask you to describe the goal you scored at Celtic Park for a very particular reason, because I had went to the toilet and I missed the goal. So tell me about the goal.
No, it's one of those memories that I think after the game they called me the Black Janola after the game at the news conference. But it was just, as I said, it was as I said to someone, my first professional career was playing for Raith Rovers, and I just wanted to, every time I go on the pitch, to give Raith Rovers something that they've given to me, that I think by God's grace this is where it all started, and I wanted to give back to them, to let them know I'll give everything I've got for them, and I want them to know, despite of all the good things Raith Rovers has done in my time, it never felt the same when I went to any other club. The way that I was treated here, and the way the Scottish people, the 5 people gave me the respect that I got, it was something I'll never forget. Never forget.
Your career then hit Raith Rovers hit the highest of highs, the absolute pinnacle point for us as fans. Some of us with families who have supported the club for over 100 years. We feel very fortunate to have stood in the Olympic Stadium and watched Raith Rovers, and you were there playing. Tell us what you recall.
I recall coming out of the dressing room. I was a big German fan, and coming out of the dressing room, thinking I was one of the bigger players at Raith Rovers, and standing next to the Luther Matthäus and Papan and these guys. They were so huge, Klinsmann. But what I was happy with, at the end of the day, we matched them, and that's the difference, I think, for anybody who's future Raith Rovers players or professional players on a whole, for young players. In my time at Raith Rovers, we played for each other. We were a team. We were a unit. There was so much camaraderie. There was so much wanting to do well for each other, and I think that took us a long way, even as far as when we played with Bayern Munich, you know, and Bayern Munich won the cup that year. So we did well. So I'm happy that I was part of that moment, and as I said before, just hope that by God's grace, there's good times like that to come, for sure.
Thinking back to the Olympic Stadium, certainly Bayern Munich went on to win the trophy, and I think we were the team with the most respectable aggregate score against them on their trip. You had a moment in the second half where it almost became Dreamland, where you had a chance. Can you recall that?
I'm glad I can't recall it very, very well, but I remember hitting the side netting. And I thought it wasn't one of my best games as well, and I never forgot that. But I mean, what can you say? It's Bayern Munich at the Olympic Stadium. And it's not the Bayern Munich of today. It's the Bayern Munich of then. They were the team to beat. No, and how can you? When I look back, you know, what can you say? What can you do? That it goes into the memory box and it's locked in forever. And well done, Raith.
The Hall of Fame honour this coming Monday. What does that mean to you?
I now work in the US with New England Revolution in the MLS. Coaching the academy team, and it's now is our busy schedule because of the winter. But when I spoke to the manager of the team, I said, look, I've got to go. This is where it all began for me, and there's no way it doesn't matter what you guys got on, I've got to be here. It was a good reminder when I came off the plane. It was raining, and raining cats and dogs, but no. Being inducted in the Hall of Fame, I mean, what can you say? I hope after my playing career I can give something back to Raith Rovers that can help them to become the sleeping giant that they are right now, and get back to where people remember them by. And I hope that in times to come, it's not going to be long from now that people who remembered back then can see it and feel a part of something special here again.
We hope you enjoy the Hall of Fame. We also hope you enjoy your visit to Starks Park on Monday, back to your second home. Your skill and your faith have taken you a long way, but welcome back.
I know, I'm looking forward to it. I've asked if I can spend some time. I'll probably try and get down towards the team train on Monday morning. No, I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot of changes there. There's an AstroTurf field now. But no, I really, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, on behalf of my family and all that Raith Rovers done for me. Thank you very much for everybody. Thank you to the fans, and I by God's grace, I'm praying that it's not done yet. I know the results is not going the way it should be, but we need to continue supporting the team and come out, and we'll get there. We'll get there again.
I agree with your faith. Good luck to you, Tony.
All right, Paul. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Brilliant.